Kazakh national clothes. 1. Review of the history of the formation of the Kazakh national clothes. 2. Classification of Kazakh national clothes. 3. Features and ornaments connected with the Kazakh national clothes. One of the meaningful national tools that develop the aesthetic education of young people is the Kazakh national clothing. Respect for the Kazakh national dress, passing it on to the next generation is an indicator of the maturity of the people, the successful development of their life. National clothing occupies a special place in the cultural and historical life of the people. Because the Kazakh national clothing is an invaluable treasure transmitted from generation to generation, for centuries has shaped the aesthetic taste, which absorbed the progressive achievements of creation and artistic creation, aimed at the unity of harmony and beauty. For any person after food, his clothing is the most sought after. In addition, clothing is a phenomenon that morally and spiritually reveals a person. Classification of Kazakh national clothes by age and sex characteristics of a person. Depending on the types of Kazakh national clothes, we classify it into 8 groups. 1. Men's hats, embroidered skullcap 4 parts, the skullcap of leather, borik, winter hat, fur demand, altın borik, hat, stitched with gold thread, fox cap, hat, made of wool, camel, cap of sable fur, fur cap fur fox cap with ear flaps, doligia, pattern for soldiers in the war, made of metal, helmet, etc. 2. Women's hats, borik, hat demand fur otter, sable, kaimshak, made of white material with a circular cutout for the face, books, shawl big size, scarf, kondak, white cloth wound over kaimshak, sakal, wedding headpiece, jelek, the cloak of silk for the bride, shawl, skullcap, cloak, to hold the hair, berjak, fancy headdress, worn on the cover, kazaba, the piece with a long top, karkara, fancy headdress for the young, for special occasions, etc. Figure 3. Classification of Kazakh national dress according to age and sex characteristics of a person. Classification of Kazakh national clothes by age and sex characteristics of a person. Men's clothing. Baby clothes. Clothes for horsemen. Middle-age clothing. For the elderly. Women's clothing. For girls. For a young woman. For medium age. For older women. 3 types of belts: belt, kamer belbu, patterned belt, kais, belt decorated with silver, copper plates with a cover for a knife, leather belt, term, belt made of threads on the machine, dement, belt decorated with silver, silver belt, etc. 4. National outerwear, lined clothing with a collar, sheepskin coat, suede sheepskin coat, fur coat with fur inside, foal skin coat, leather vest made of young horse skin, taejaki. Chapan, decorated with embroidery, quilted, light chapan, suede wide trousers, shadem, outerwear, knitted from wool, kairyuk, warriors' clothing for protection from the arrows of the bow, sait, mesh mail. 5. National underwear, italic, vest for children, a shirt with a gathered hem, camisole, embroidered camisole, gown, dress, prizarine at the waist, dress with flounces, dress, nightshirt, vest, warm vest, pants, and skirt etc. 6. Elegant clothes are sewn of expensive and light-colored fabric, worn on holidays. 7. Clothing protecting from rain and moisture, abba, very spacious clothing, kanep, sackcloth, kabinek, raincoat, chekpan, robe. 8. Footwear, ichiji, boots with leather socks, flat boots, boots with cut-open tops, felted boots, soft leather boots, light boots, Russian-style boots, boots with very wide tops, boots with embroidery, septima, boots made of leather, where the tops of the hips, inside felt, soft ichiji, shabat, shoes from the bark of the tree, summer shoes from old leather, etc. Figure 4. Classification of Kazakh national types of clothing. Classification of Kazakh national clothes. Headwear for men, skullcap, hat, malachi, ear flaps, cap, etc. National underwear, shirt, dress, camisole, vest, pants, etc. Women's hats, hat, sockle, skullcap, shawl, kaimshak, shawl, etc. Elegant clothes, sewn from expensive and light-colored fabric. Types of belts, patterned belt, belt decorated with silver, etc. Clothing protecting from rain and moisture, cape, etc. National outerwear, sheepskin coat, chapan, fur coat with fur inside, oil. Footwear, boots, ichiji, summer shoes from old leather, septima boots made of leather, etc. Full of greatness, national clothes, thanks to decorations, will seem attractive to everyone in the eyes of any person.